is the end result of all of the trial and error, the development that you would go through to get through that point. We can show you the development in Africa, but this is the first stone structure on the planet Earth, and it was put there by the multi-genius, one of the greatest Africans that ever lived on the planet, the master architect, the first grand master of the craft of Ptah, the great Imhotep, who built for the Sultan, Pharaoh Zoser, and what is this, the third dynasty, 2668, 2649 BCE. See, you don't do this shit like this in the third dynasty family. They had already developed that knowledge many thousand of years before dynastic Egypt. You got to understand that dynastic Egypt, black power. Dynastic Egypt began around 4100 BCE, but Egypt was already there. It just didn't form into the nation yet. It was just small counties. They were well advanced. Many of them had writing. They already had the knowledge of government. They already had the knowledge of divine kingship. They all already had deities, what you call gods, in many of these different areas of Africa. But then here comes Nama, the first king or sultan of Egypt, and he takes control of the whole land, and he forged all of these groups into one nation. And this is the first documented goddamn nation on the planet outside of Nubia, which is right up the river from Egypt. They have documented now that Nubia is, like we waiting on the Peckerwood. We already knew the shit, but you know, sometimes we wait on the white man to come with his little fake ass documentation. And he ain't seen shit. The white man just crawled off out the goddamn cave 2 days ago. And 2 goddamn days from going back in. And so we looking right here again. This is a master box. So when we talking about the development, we can show the goddamn development in Africa. You cannot show the development of the pyramid in the Americas. When you go to the Olmec pyramid at Veracruz, the oldest pyramid in the Americas is a megalith. And you're not going to start with no goddamn megalith. You always have to develop knowledge. So if it appears in America as a megalith, the first time the pyramid appears in the Americas, it's a megalith. They brought the knowledge from some goddamn where else because they had to develop it. And so we could go right here to Africa and Egypt and show you the master box. This is what the kings was in before Imhotep built the step pyramid. All he did was stack them. That's what he did. But this is the development thing. This is what you call a master box. And just like in the pyramid, they still had the route that led down here where they buried the king. Okay then. And so here we go. The evolution of the master box into the step pyramid. This is the master box. Imhotep comes along. Okay, master box as a single-story oblong royal tomb. Okay, Imhotep comes, he stacks 3 on top. Okay, he extends the master box. He wants to do something that has never been done for his king or any king prior to Zoser. And so this is his great vision that he's bringing forth, and he stacked it and made the world's first skyscraper. That's still standing today. So when you run up in your Bible and you come with all these goddamn mythologies, we don't need no goddamn mythologies about our greatness. We have enough artifacts that can attest the great history of African people. We don't need no more mythologies. The evidence is overwhelming. All we have to do is look to Africa, but too many of our peoples are spoken, family. Too many of our peoples are spoken. And so I'm hitting hard on all type of bullshit. I know a lot of people say, Seti, why are you always fighting against these different religions? Let me tell you something, family. Let me be real. I done cleared a lot of these motherfuckers out of here. The battles that we done went on in the last 3 years, them bitches have lost that battle.
Yes, sir.
Whether it be 5%, whether it be Nation of Islam, whether it be the Moor Science Temple, at the end of the day, every fucking city we went into, it was G's and revolutionary queens. Ain't one of them goddamn cities that wasn't packed, we went in. And they can, you know, they writing all type of books. You understand? I see 5%, he got a book out called The Goddess Complex. These motherfuckers writing books trying to refute me. I'm generating energy for all of these weak ass niggas.
That's right.
All of them. Wesley run right in there, do another book, and come put it at my spot. Them just being real. So he can sell his little shit, because he knows a lot of people gonna come out here. And I ain't mad at it. I want the black man to eat.
Who's that, Wesley who?
Wesley Williams, excuse me. I ain't called that man name in a long time. I don't even know why you made me call the nigga weak ass name. You know I ain't give nobody no goddamn advertisement. Okay then, look at this. Let's leave that alone. The step pyramid. And so you can see the Africans are now moving to perfection. They're filling the steps in. Okay? And so when we deal with the pyramid, a lot of people say pyramids are all over the planet. Where at? I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Because when you're dealing with mathematics, in which we trying to be as precise as possible, ma'at, order, balance, and also preciseness. You understand what I'm saying? We got to be on point. Only in Africa do pyramids come to a point. Matter of fact, that's what a pyramid is if you look it up from a geometrical standpoint. A pyramid come to a point. Okay then. So when you go around the world and you're talking about all of these pyramids, show me where they at. Because none of them come to a point. Or only in Africa. And so right here, after Imhotep built the step pyramid, you can see this is the pyramid of Meidum. Huni, which is the father of Seneferu. Huni, which is the grandfather of Khufu, who built the largest pyramid at Giza. Huni, the great-grandfather of Khafra, who built the second largest pyramid of Giza. Huni, the father of Seneferu, the father of Khufu. Okay? So you see this bloodline right here. And so Seneferu supposedly came and did some touch-ups on it, but he never finished it. So what I'm doing is what I'm showing you is the development of the pyramid. Okay? So ain't no motherfucker say no aliens came down here and built shit. Because we can see the development.
That's right.
All right then. Okay. And so I threw this in. This is the entrance into Pakal's pyramid as you go down. If you Google the pyramid of Khufu, you can go in there and see also descending and ascending chambers. So the architecture is so much similar that it's without any doubt. It's just like if you go to architecture school now, you ain't gonna learn. Everybody is learning basically the same basis of architecture, but some people put their own spin on it. Okay? Okay, don't think, you know, all of these architects is going to the basic primary architect schools that's located on the planet. It's just that when they get back to their land, they usually take their own cultural expression and wrap it on the knowledge. But the basic knowledge is the same. And that the Africans are doing. When you look at the Valley of the Kings, and you see how they descend down into them tombs, that's the same goddamn. We done that. We the one that laid the foundation for that research. No other people. Okay, keep it moving. I'll come back to that. I'm going to add that. That's showing you a sarcophagus. Now, I'm going to get this. I'm just throwing these in here, and at a later date, you're going to see how what I'm trying to bring to you, where a division will become a lot clearer. When I add, if you remember Assad, when I showed you when his phallus was erect and he was raising up, you understand, he was all black, and he was raising up. He was raising up from his dead level to the living perpendicular. He had resurrected. And so this is what you're seeing right here with Pakal, because Pakal also died. and went into the underworld for 3 days to resurrect again. And you can go get the 16 crucified saviors, in which I think that was that Percy Gray. He deals with Picard. He deals with Picard as one of those saviors that resurrected, that died and resurrected to live again. It's a song over again. Okay? Bring it in. Okay? And so this is the Olmec calendar. And here you see the origin of that. To speak. You understand what I'm saying? What it said, like a tongue, that like a two-edged sword. When you speak wisdom and you speak knowledge, this is what this is. And I can show you where this representation of best went all over the world. All over the world. Went into the islands of Asia, went to Australia, New Zealand, went to India, went to Sumeria, went up into Europe, went to the Americas. Okay? Egypt dominated the world. And people got to quit letting you got to quit letting these people tell you about the scope of African history. Egypt ran this goddamn globe. And there was no part that it controlled the seas, because it was the first to measure latitude and longitude, where the cracker in the 1600s would still talk about you float off the side of the goddamn earth. You cannot go to him looking for no type of direction, because you're not going to get it. They had all of them crackers, especially during slavery. Listen, family, a lot of them captains was black. Okay, we don't want to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that. A lot of this shit that went on in slavery, a lot of our people did have a hand in it. But the Arab had come into Africa 1,000 years prior. So it was already a raped land. And you had niggas black as mud that would wrap their heads up like an Arab, and they would do the bidding of the Arab. And so what they don't say is, they'll say, oh, Africans sold African, but they won't say that they were Islamized blacks. That's right. All right then. Okay? Go get the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. Okay? When the crackers, the Christians, Ferdinand, Isabella, when they pushed the Moors out of Spain, they also expelled the Jew. Okay? So when you go get that book, The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews, it shows that after they were put out of Spain, the Jew went into slavery. That's what the book documents. But the Moor was their partner in Spain. That's why they put them both out. Okay then. So if the document over there said that the Jews went into slavery, what did the Moors do? Motherfuckers don't want to deal with that. I'm a beast, dog. Straight up. I'm a beast. You can get any motherfucker from any religion or organization anywhere and bring them motherfuckers in front of me and I'll cook their ass. Now he can get up here and preach. But when it comes to putting these goddamn facts up here and showing the people, you ain't gonna have that part of the program. Okay? You won't get that. You'll get a motherfucker to hype you up, and there's a lot of motherfuckers know how our people's is. They have studied our people. That's a technique in brainwash. If you find where you can eat, you find where you can easily get in, they like to hoop and holler. You hoop and holler. They like for you to work their spirit up. Work their spirit up. Say what they like. Tell them about how they're going to overcome. That the Lord told the preacher, goddamn it, personally, that y'all was going to overcome next Thursday. Geek them up. Always, and then say, well, God pushed it back, goddamn it, some more, because we didn't get this extra learning and shit we should have got last Wednesday. You understand what I'm saying? Always pushing it back. Goddamn it, 1999 now is 2012. And after that, it's going to be another goddamn day and another goddamn day. After 2012, you know what it's going to look like? It's going to look like 2010. Goddamn it, or worse. If you don't do nothing about it. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, I just threw that in there. Because I'm going to blow the bigger picture up. So you can see that this is a West African beard right here. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the beard the postige of the Pharaoh. You can see it was braided. Okay?
Yes, sir.
It was braided. And so we don't want no cracker to say